what are some of the specific traits you're looking for when you're looking at talent management? Is there anything specific you're looking for, starting from Param, if you don't mind starting the chain from here?
I'll go with that one.
Please.
I think from a talent management standpoint, it's a term that's used in a lot of different ways, and I think we'd all define it. Say 5 or 10 years ago, we would have defined it one way, and now it's become a little different, and that's because the drivers and the needs have changed. So I think, I guess 3 points on this quickly. One, I think you have to know what you have, first of all, because you got what you got sort of thing. And then you have to supplement that. And the thing I'd say about choosing good talent isn't just to look at an individual or a few individuals as where do they rate on their talent scale, but how are they going to fit in with the folks that are there. And I don't mean just technological skills or things like that. We have a multi-generational workforce now, and you have to really consider those kinds of relationships. So it's become more complex. The way at least I define talent is to look at various things like that. And number two, I would say that it's very important, obviously, to have the raw skill set. It's very important to just have that technical skill set and actually assess whether it's practical, whether it's hands-on. A lot of people look good on a resume or LinkedIn, but when they really sit down and explain what their skills are, say in security or something, it doesn't come through. And then lastly, obviously, is culture. Are they going to fit in? Higher ed, from my perspective, coming from healthcare, actually the two are almost identical in terms of the culture and the way they work. Things just move a little slower in higher ed, but it's okay. I mean, students late versus somebody dying in the emergency department. But lastly, basically the culture. You want to make sure there's a good fit and a good growth potential. So it's kind of.
So I would add kind of two to those. One is how well they can collaborate with others on campus and within the teams. And I would say in the last year, the one that's kind of becoming increasingly important is being a change agent and change manager. How do they do change management? Because technology is changing so fast, and how do we make sure that the people side of that is also kind of taken into account? So I think change management is becoming increasingly important for us at every level, and not just within our division in IT, but also across campus, how we work with faculty, staff, and students.
Yeah, I think
sorry, go ahead.
To pick up on what Prem said, you're right. I mean, the IT of yesterday, was you're a bunch of technicians in the back room, you're doing your work, you don't have to have any soft skills, right? And the IT of the future is, you need to have the soft skills, you need to have the hard skills as well. But you need to be able to interact with people, help them solve problems, especially with the consumerization of IT today. And, it's very important. And one skill we look for, I don't know if it's a skill you would call it, but it's a value, maybe it's positivity, is when you're building your team, can you find somebody and hire someone who's got a very positive outlook, they have some fire in the belly, they really want to do good, they really want to work towards value and outcomes. And that usually comes through. It's hard to identify it, but there's something to be on the lookout for.
And what I was going to add, and you characterize it, you just use different words. For me, it's passion. I'm looking for someone who is passionate about the work that we're doing. And all of us who are in higher ed, we are not here to get rich. So it has to be, if you are, let me know where you work. But we're here because we're passionate about the work we do, and you have to care about students, and you have to care about the mission of higher education. And so that passion, and how do you bring that passion to the work that you do every day? And I know as an IT professional, sometimes it can be daunting to maintain passion when we are maybe working on yet another crisis or yet another project. But that passion is what, to me, drives what Ray was talking about. How do you become a change agent? How do you use that passion to move the institution forward? How do we use that passion to make a difference in students' lives? So for me, that's really important.
Ken, did you want to weigh on that?
Yeah, just to add that we, just to expand on that, we try to focus on folks that get can have relationships with the people that we work with. We're trying a multifaceted approach where I have relationships with the executive level folks, and that works at some level. But people within my organization, I want them to be able to think institutionally about what we're doing and not just focusing on the technologies that they're working on. So we're trying to establish business relationship folks that work at the management level or the business unit experts, so that we have an insight into, executives have one level view of the way the business works, but when you get down to the people that are actually doing it for a living, they have a different perspective. So we want to have folks at that level working with the business to understand really what they're looking for. So when we re-engineer a process, we have a better understanding of how to do it.
Thank you, Ken. That's really wonderful and a great start to the panel.